Hi guys, and welcome to this new video. Today it will be about confidence. Really important factor in my personal riding journey, and there are just some days where I seem to be 100% spot on. My body is flexible, it's doing whatever I want it to do. The turns add up, the technique is on point. I even nail some small jumps, which is a big thing for me. But at my age, I'm turning 45 this year, and by the way, if you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Mike. I am riding enduro for about 4 years now and live in beautiful Tuscany, and you can follow me along for my little biking journey on this channel. But back to the topic of confidence. And the reason that I'm making this video today is that I had a couple of really bad rides. And by bad, I mean rides where my confidence just plummeted. And it got worse and worse from ride to ride, and I really didn't know what to do and how to counteract it. I couldn't lean the bike over, I couldn't commit to turns. All this cornering technique bits that I theoretically know, I couldn't put them into practice. And presumably it got worse and worse even. And please keep in mind, by no means am I any coach or any pro rider, or I'm not giving any kind of, let's say, structured, super strategic advice. I'm just a regular rider sharing my personal journey and experience. But this journey and experience may be valuable also for you, because you might be at the same sticking point and be lacking confidence or having a current, let's say, drop in your confidence. And I'm here to share the journey so you can maybe overcome your sticking points as I did with mine. So let's dive into the issue and what I did to get out of it. Let's go. So first of all, let me show you the symptoms. Here in this particular clip, you see me riding my normal trail speed on a local trail called Flow Drop. There's a whole video just on the trail. I'll link it up in the top right hand corner. So I know this trail and I'm sending it with a normal speed. It's nothing special, but I'm not being super slow. It took me 23 seconds for just this little clip. And now to compare it with my riding on the different day, where I am really perceivably slower. I mean, in total, I'm only 2 seconds slower on all this clip of 23 seconds. So it's like 10% something, which is not super dramatic in numbers, but it felt horrible. I felt really slow. I couldn't commit. I brake super hard, and it was just not fun. And as this was not the first ride of this kind, of this feeling, it got me thinking about the root cause of this problem. And it happened so that a couple of weeks ago, there was this little incident also on the trail Flow Drop. Actually, I don't even ride that trail that often, but it's one of my home trails. But take a look. Woo!
Wow, alles klar.
And while this crash looked worse than it actually was, of course it didn't help boost my confidence. I don't think that this crash was the major event causing my decline in confidence. I think I was already on the decline. If you imagine the confidence be like a wave shape, you know, it comes and goes. I mean, the level of confidence, at least this is how it is with me. And I think I was already maybe like on the downslope of my personal curve, and then this crash happened, and so it didn't help. So what is the first thing that you normally do when you have a crash like that, or when your confidence is leaving you? What I do is just take a break. Try not to be too hard on myself, not to beat myself up mentally, and just stay away maybe from the bike, from the trails for a couple of days, and see if things get better when I get out next time. So this is what I did. I took a break, I got out next time. Still, the riding didn't feel very well. So the next thing that came to my mind, what I could do to get over it, is to start doing some drills. So I got some cones out, I did some balance drills, I did some other drills, and of course I did some cornering drills also out before hitting trails and stuff like that, to really warm up, to get into the cornering movements and so on. But when the trees start flying by on a narrow trail with some 5 to 10 meters maybe drop on your side, then somehow all these cornering drills also didn't help either. What's the next thing you could do? You could session some steep bits or some things to, maybe get into it. So this is what I did. I set up a camera, walked up and down the same trail, piece of trail, and did the same turns or the same movements over and over again on one piece of trail. This seemed to help, but also not really. I improved my skill on that particular piece of trail, but not overall. So what to do? I went online and started researching what other people are doing in such a situation, and I'm sure there have been many people before me facing the same challenges. The first one, or the most common tip that I found, was to start slow and build back up. So if you've been riding black trails, just take a step back and start riding green and blue trails again to regain confidence, which makes sense. The second one is to be patient with yourself and just give yourself some time. So to don't overpace it, what I'm also trying at the moment. And the third one is to start prioritizing fun over performance. So if you've been chasing Strava times, which I'm not, or you've been preparing for a race, which I'm not, or you're a pro rider trying to clear the 25-meter gap jump, which I'm also not, but maybe just start filming and stop trying to look fast on camera and just start to enjoy the process or just enjoy the next berm. The fourth tip was to gear up for confidence, and this one I'm already quite geared up, so I always wear my torso protector. I made a video on that, top right hand corner. I wear my elbow pads, I wear my knee pads, and I wear the full face version of my modular helmet, also because I can put my camera on the chin mount most of the times, which I enjoy the most out of the three perspectives on the forehead, the chin and the chest. I made a video also on that. Also top right hand corner if you want to check out the different perspectives. And last but not least was to analyze, learn and repeat. And I've analyzed my little crash, and what I came to see was actually that I hit a stone when landing, so it was just bad luck on that point. So okay, what can we do? So I ventured on and I took a look outside of the mountain biking world. The first common denominator was gradual exposing and setting small goals, which is basically the first tip we already had. So start small and build up, and maybe set some small goals to achieve them. I mean, to ride this green trail super smooth, or I don't know, to catch this berm with the line that I want and not the line that kind of like happens, and stuff like that. So then the second one was mental rehearsal and visualization. This one I think is a cool one because I try to imagine in my head how it would look like when I send down this feature or I go down that trail, and this does help. And the last one was positive self-talk and also social support. So I mean, we do always write in the group, we push ourselves, we can talk about it. This does help. And also this self-talk is important. I mean, if I'm talking really negatively to myself in my head, obviously things won't get better. It's a tough one for me as well. And I think many people suffer from this negative self-talk, I would bet. But it's a thing to keep an eye out for, because this does help. I can manual. I got this. I know how to do it. Come on. Manual is easy. I got it. Yeah. All of these tips were nice, but I needed to get these things going somehow, and I wanted to rebound in my confidence. And there was the one day when a friend of mine, a very young friend of mine who just started out his mountain bike journey very recently, texted to me to go out and ride on a local bike park in Amiata Freeride. Amiata Freeride Resort is one of the bigger bike parks close to us. I mean, it's a 2-hour drive, but it's the closest big bike park that we do have in our particular area. I mean, we have a lot of trails, but we don't have real bike parks. And I was a bit scared in the beginning because I thought, hey man, I'm just not in the real mood right now, and the bike park, you know, it's kind of like maybe luring you into things you don't want to do, maybe taking too high risk and so on. But in the end I thought, you know what, let's just go and see, because Amiata has 5 major trails, or let's say 6 major trails. Some of them are black and some of them are really mellow green and blue respectively. And I said, so come on, we just go for a chill day. I can just go down the same green or blue trail over and over again and do exactly those steps that I have just learned on the internet. And it made sense, and so off we went. I'm waiting just now to take my lift, and as nobody's here, it's just amazing. I don't have to queue, I don't have to do nothing. The weather is perfect. Let's see if my confidence returns, because the last couple of runs or the last couple of tours that we did, I was not feeling too confident, and I was not able to really push the bike and to perform the technique the way I wanted to do it. So I'm very excited to see how it is today. I feel good. I'm really excited to ride, and let's hope that everything starts to add up again. We are finally in the chairlift. Today with me is young gun from San Vincenzo or Castagneto, Carducci, whatever you want. Enrico, say hi. Enrico is a bit shy because he thinks that his English is not good.
No.
But in reality, we manage. We speak a mix of English and Italian because my Italian is worse than his English. So we are doing good. And take a look at the beauty of this forest. This forest is just next level. Look at how tall the trees are. So we will make the most out of it and practice some berms, some corners, and of course some jumps. The trails has been freshly prepared for the season. I don't think there's been too much riding here, so we will see how bad the braking bumps are. But from here it's looking very good. And there we were at the trailhead, where we have the choice between Otto Volante, the green trail, and Red Jack, the blue trail respectively. Adhering to the tips to start small and build up confidence and trust the process, we went for the green trail and did Otto Volante a couple of times and tried to enjoy the process more than anything else, not being too hard on ourselves, not chasing the times too much, but just sending it down these nice berms and also some small jumps, which occasionally we could only clear one or two. But that was not the point. The point was just to enjoy ourselves, enjoy the day, enjoy the forest, and take one berm at a time to get back into the confidence level. And you see, I didn't take the high line, and I also brake quite a bit before this turn. And also this berm, I could push much harder, but I gave myself time and went slow on it and start just gradually building up that speed. And just taking some rollers occasionally, not going too crazy on anything. After riding this trail a couple of times, we decided that this particular passage here that we are coming into now with this nice berms is just ideal to session it and to get even more confidence in pushing this kind of berms. So we set up some camps and did a couple of runs.
This part is bello.
Well, as you can see, the riding started to add up again, the turns got a bit better, the confidence was returning. And so it was time to tackle also the blue trail, the Red Jack. And we had also a little bit of fun on that one. Crocantino. And while we were taking a little break on the trail, those two guys that I just passed cleared this incredible gap jump for me. And I thought maybe I can catch them on the trail and match their riding speed. If they are such a great jumper, maybe I can also learn something from their cornering technique. So I went after them. And soon enough I had one of them right ahead of me and could even follow up. So I was quite happy with myself and with my, let's say, rebound and confidence, and it always helps to follow someone who is quite fast on the trail.
No, vai, vai, vai. Vai, vai.
It's always nice to catch two guys that clear that jump, which I cannot clear with a double crown fork on my trail bike. The confidence is coming back. Nice. We got so excited that we decided to hit the little jump line called Froggy. I mean, there is no big gaps, we cannot really get hurt, but it showed us the limitations of our skills, but it was also fun. Come on, let's go.
Clear, Enrico. I expect you to clear
You
this
sent
jump.
it?
Yes, yes, I sent this jump.
Good. No.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
it's like a little
it's more
step up.
kick
Yeah, it's a bit step up. Yeah, you can go like this. Yeah.
of the in front of the last year. It's more kicked.
So we will be sending this jump and hopefully not dying.
Yes, one bike park day won't solve all my riding problems, I know. But this bike park day helped me immensely to rebound in my confidence. And why is that? First of all, I didn't have to put in the effort to pedal up, so I had all my power and all my clarity and also my mental power just for the descent. I could focus on the small bits and build gradually and start small by just focusing on leaning the bike, by focusing on turning the torso, by focusing on looking through the turn. And then we start enjoying ourselves more than anything else. We had some fun and we took also the time on the lift back up to go over it, to visualize, to make mental rehearsals. Riding with Enrico, who is not a very experienced rider, also took all the stress and pressure out of having to go fast or having to do the next crazy trail. And we had just a very, very fun day on the bike while doing just the blue and the green trail over and over again. No, for me, the game is over here. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Why not hitting the like button or the subscribe button? And I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.